What's going on, guys? It's Picsoleated, and today we are looking at a sneaker that has made its way from sneaker history into modern times very gradually since 1982 and has improved and buffered out any imperfections along the way. Every step you take, you'll be wishing you knew about these sooner, and if you already knew about them, you'll be wishing you had them on feet sooner, and if you already have them on feet, you'll be wishing you got the newest version, and if you already have the newest version, I have no words for you. Buy an ice cream to celebrate and cool off in the spring-summer weather. The sneaker we're talking about is undoubtedly the New Balance 990 V5. Thank you to New Balance for sending me over a pair of these. I didn't get a chance to review them until now. I'm working on my timings, but I will leave a link in the description for any of you that are interested in getting these. And before we get started, feel free to peep the boy on Instagram at Picsoleated, that's at Picsoleated, for fire sneaker content and to just keep up to date with everything I'm up to. Now with the mini pitch out of the way, let's get back to these gems right here. As the name suggests, the New Balance 990 V5 is the 5th iteration of this sneaker, a true classic, one that almost every, if not every New Balance enthusiast will have in their collection. As a classic sneaker lover myself, I've always enjoyed these shoes, never had the old versions in hand or owned a pair. You can only buy so many sneakers when you're a broke university student, and by so many I mean like none. Like $60 Pro Keds was what I rocked in university, but that's besides the point. This sneaker has been around so long, it's transcended generations and cultures. Speaking directly to New Balance's design philosophy of achieving timelessness, this is one of those shoes that has adhered to that philosophy to the millimeter. No, the nanometer. And the marketing campaign for these sneakers shows just that. With the slogan "worn by supermodels in London and dads in Ohio" plastered all over the marketing for these, there's not much else that needs to be said. This shoe transcends gender, culture, race, trends, pretty much everything. But before digging any deeper, let's move on to the materials. So for these, I really just wanted to start off with the box for this tiny little detail on the top cover that shows the American flag in two-tone gray shades, the NB made logo, a nod to the fact that these are American made or made in the USA. That means premium quality, no defects, no cut corners, and that's always been New Balance's forte. Also, the gray tone's a nod to the classic gray colorway that New Balance is so closely associated with nowadays. When you think of New Balance, what's the first color that pops in your head? Probably gray, right? Exactly. Finally, opening the box, I got a t-shirt. The retail pair probably doesn't come with this, so thank you New Balance for that extra add-on. The tee has the slogan I just mentioned earlier. It's a size medium, feels nice, and the shoe looks great on this t-shirt print right here. Just a little mini surprise, I appreciate that. By the way, for future purposes, I would like a size large New Balance. Thank you, still grateful, just thought I'd let you know. If you're watching, probably not, I don't know. Now, one thing I love about this shoe when it comes straight out of the box is that it's unlaced. There's just something about a fresh pair of kicks when you get them unlaced like that. I know a few of you out there probably despise lacing up your sneakers from the bottom. I know, I do too. But something about getting a pair of unlaced sneakers just makes the experience a whole lot better. It almost feels like these are so new they haven't even been touched or laced by another human being. I want my kicks straight off the conveyor belt. The upper of the shoe is made of the usual suspects when it comes to classic materials. Majority of the upper is made of this Castle Rock gray suede, very premium and nappy, covering the sides, the toe cap or toe guard, the lace eyelets, and the heel. We have a darker gray suede making up a portion of the toe box and underlaying the rest of the shoe. Finally, we have a light gray mesh underlaying everything else, making up the rest of the sides and the toe box of the shoe, as well as the tongue. We have a leather patch on the tongue with 990 V5 branding and a cool sideways NB made American flag logo. There's also 990 branding printed on the heel counter, and the shoe comes with flat white laces. We have the gray and New Balance logo on both sides of the shoe. At the top of the heel, we have a gray panel with VV on it, which may seem confusing and senseless at first, but really it just stands for V5 since V is the Roman numeral for 5. And finally, we have the NB logo on the heel cap right above the midsole. The shoe comes with a New Balance Ultra Soft and Ortholite insole. That sounds like a mix of New Balance and Ortholite's insole cushioning, so it must be hella soft. You can tell by the speckled, vibrant bottom that Ortholite had something to do with these. All that means is hella cushioning, so you're in good hands. Moving on to the midsole, we have the white EVA portion making up the front, then we have an end cap cushioning portion at the heel, one of New Balance's popular cushioning techs, and finally a very cool turbine looking portion of the heel right below it, very indicative of the New Balance 990, and last but not least, we have the black and gray outsole with endurance grip. When it comes to sizing, I went half a size down in these from my true to size. I'm a true to size 10, I went with a 9.5 US. That's very common for me. I go half a size down in almost every New Balance I've owned except for the 530s, and this is just very common for New Balance to go half a size down, so if you're looking to get a pair, guaranteed you should go half a size down. Once again, link is in the description. When it comes to comfort, That is where these shoes truly shine. The fit on these is incredible. They don't feel too loose, they don't feel too tight. You know those kicks you get that might feel too snug in some places, too loose in others, the width is good but they're too long, or the length is good but they're too wide. You'll never have any of those issues with this shoe. There are sneakers that hug your foot and maybe you like your sneakers snug, but they don't always feel the best. These aren't going to give you that problem. On top of that, they look great on your feet, I promise. I don't know what your style is or how you dress, but I can promise you these will look great on at least a few of your fits, at the very least. With all that said, I am extremely satisfied with these sneakers once again. If you're interested in them, the link is in the description. They look great, they feel phenomenal, and the NB made premium quality means they'll last for an insanely long amount of time. What did you think about this sneaker? Are you team New Balance yet? Or does Kawhi have to win a few more games for you to change your mind? Let me know in the comments. Catch you later. Picsoleated still has to find his balance.